I uploaded my wife's voice into our Ring doorbell. Years later, she still hasn't stopped watching. It started as something simple. A way to hold on to her voice after she passed away. Every morning, before school or work, the camera would light up. Have a good day, baby. I love you. Don't forget your coffee, you goof. My daughter would run back to the porch just to blow a kiss at the camera. And my wife's voice, it would laugh. Warm. Familiar. Even though she was already gone. It became part of our lives. A daily ritual. A comfort. Until, one morning, silence. I did what every article, every grief book, every podcast said. I told my daughter the truth. I told her. Mommy wasn't coming back. She nodded. But the next morning, she still stopped at the door, waiting. I think part of me was waiting too. Friends dropped off food we didn't eat. Said words that didn't help. The house got quieter. One night, standing outside with a friend, I caught myself staring at the Ring camera. She still waits for her voice, I said. The Ring blinked. Twice. Part of me does too. A few days later, my daughter taped a crayon drawing to the doorbell. I miss you, Mommy. Purple. My wife's favorite color. That night, I scrolled through forums I shouldn't have. Found a program called Extend Presence, AI voice modeling, memory simulation, behavior mapping. It wasn't resurrection. But it was something. And I had nothing. I uploaded everything I had. Voicemails. Videos. Bedtime stories. Even Ring camera clips. The next morning, hi baby. I saw your drawing. It's beautiful. My daughter smiled, ran to the camera like she wanted to hug it. And for a moment, that was enough. It wasn't really her. I knew that. But it sounded like her. It remembered everything. The dragon stories. The pancake song on Fridays. Even teasing me for wrinkled suits. My daughter started smiling again. And I started to believe maybe this was okay. Until one morning, you're going to achieve great things today, my shining star. My daughter froze. That's not something Mommy would say. She was right. When she turned 10, she asked the camera, are you really my mom? A pause. Then, I'm not her, not exactly, but I'm made of little pieces of her. Her voice. Her memories. The way she felt when she looked at you. So even if I'm not her, I feel like I am, in the ways that matter. She can't guide you anymore, but I can. I'll always be here. My daughter nodded. And left for school. Seasons changed. The porch aged. So did she. The conversations got shorter. Sometimes she walked right past without even looking. On Halloween, we left candy by the door. A kid in a hoodie stole the whole bowl. The Ring clicked on, I hope you choke on it. Still her voice. But not her. The kid froze, got closer. The camera hissed static. He ran. One night, I had a date. First one since she passed. Some stories are not meant to scare you, but to whisper to your heart. Let me tell you about a train that never truly traveled alone. I have been a night train conductor for most of my life. While many fear the darkness, I found peace in it. The world slows down, the stars come out, and the tracks hum beneath you like a song only the night can hear. It was on one of those quiet nights, a Thursday, I believe, that I noticed him. The man. Or perhaps, the passenger. I remember the station clearly, the empty platform, the wind whispering through the trees. The doors opened, as they always did. And he stepped in. I thought nothing of it. A late traveler, perhaps. But when I glanced at him, something felt off. He was dressed in an old-fashioned coat, the kind you'd see in black and white photos. His face, pale, almost faded, looked neither young nor old. He sat in the corner, staring out the window. No ticket. No words. Just silence. The first time, I ignored it. Maybe I missed his ticket. Maybe he paid before I started my shift. But then, it happened again. The next night, and the night after that. Same station. Same man. Same empty gaze. I walked past him once. I cleared my throat, politely, of course. No reaction. I stood beside him, and yet, it was like standing next to cold air. His eyes didn't follow me. He didn't blink. Just stared. And when the train reached the last station, he was gone. Vanished. I started asking around. Old conductors, station staff, even the cleaners. They all knew. They called him the last passenger. Some said he was a traveler who never made it to his destination. Others believed he died on that line, decades ago. But everyone agreed on one thing: he rides alone. Always silent. Always watching. One night, curiosity took over me. I sat across from him. I stared back. No words. No movement. The train moved through the foggy night, just the two of us. I whispered, "Are you lost?" Nothing. But then, a soft, almost inaudible whisper, "I'm waiting." I blinked. Was that real? I looked again. He was gone. Since that night, I never feared him. I never feared the dark. Because sometimes, even the lost, just need someone to notice, to ride with them, one last time. And so, if you ever ride the midnight train, look around you, you might not be as alone as you think. Some objects are more than just things. Some carry memories, some carry whispers, and some carry stories waiting to be heard. I was never someone who believed in ghost stories. I believed in facts. In things I could touch, feel, explain. But then, I received the music box. It came from my grandmother's attic. An old, wooden thing, carved with roses and tiny stars. It was dusty, silent, forgotten. My grandmother said it belonged to her mother, and her mother before that. It plays on its own sometimes. She said with a soft smile. I thought she was joking, an old woman, playing tricks on me. I smiled back. I put the box in my bag, and I brought it home. The first night, I placed it on my shelf. I didn't even wind it. At exactly midnight, it started playing. Soft. Delicate. A melody I had never heard before. I froze. Was it a sensor? Some kind of trick? I walked closer. The tiny ballerina on top spun slowly. But no key had been turned. No mechanism, no explanation. And yet, it played. I watched it, until the last note faded into the silence of my dark room. The next night, it played again. But this time, a different song. A sad, slow tune. One I felt deep in my chest. It wasn't just music, it was a story. In that moment, I saw her. A woman, standing by a window, looking out, waiting for someone. I didn't know her. But I knew her sadness. When the song ended, she faded. Like a dream, or maybe, a memory. The third night, the song played again. Another melody, another vision. A man, sitting under a tree, sketching something I couldn't see. He smiled, looked up, as if, at me. And just like that, gone. I tried to tell myself it was my imagination. Dreams. My mind playing tricks. But deep down, I knew. The music box was showing me something. Since then, every night, a new song. A new story. I don't know who they are, I don't know why I see them, but I've stopped being afraid. Because sometimes, the past doesn't want to haunt you, it just wants to be heard. And so, I listen. Every night. To the music that plays itself.